Many colleges and universities are challenged to transition from a face-to-face environment to either a hybrid or completely DE to achieve the connectivity, learning requirements with students, and reach the growth potential that is required for colleges and universities in the 21st century. The outcome of this assignment is to create a tool that professors could use to build a social media strategy or technology strategy for their classrooms. We'll investigate various tools and summarize it using this Camtasia video, which summarizes our findings. We'll take a look at content delivery tools via Adobe Connect, online polling, blogging, videos using YouTube, game-based applications, and then finally, how can professors use LinkedIn to prepare students with their essential employability skills once they graduate.
Hello, my name is Carolyn Komarnitsky, and I'm going to talk about the content delivery tool Adobe Connect. Adobe Connect is a web conferencing platform that is commonly used to host meetings, webinars, conferences, presentations, and other types of interactive learning experiences. First, I will show you how Connect works. We will start by creating a new meeting room by selecting the New Meeting button. Here you can give a name to your meeting and adjust different settings. I will call my meeting MDDE 610. You can also set the URL, so I will call it the same thing. On this screen, you can enter a summary if you'd like to give students a preview of what your presentation will be about. You can adjust the start time and the duration as well. The most important part of the screen, however, is the Access panel. This determines who has access to your presentation after you've started. The first option allows only users registered with Adobe Connect to access the room. The second option allows registered users and guests that you accept during the presentation to access the room. The final option allows anyone with the URL to enter the room. That's what I'm going to select. Now I will enter the meeting room. As a host, you will have many options for setting up your presentation. You can adjust your role and access levels. You can also determine how learners participate by managing microphone rights, status updates, and chat windows. You can also customize the screen by changing the presentation. There are 3 easy ways to modify the pods on the right-hand side. You can also custom modify them under the pods menu. As a presenter, you can choose what type of presentation you want. I can share my screen if I want to allow students to see a website or a file on my computer. I can create a whiteboard to allow collaboration. I can even enable my webcam if I want to do a webinar. Right now, I'm going to upload a PowerPoint. Before starting the presentation, you should tell Connect to record it. This will make the video presentation available for students after it's over, which is useful for asynchronous courses. The record option also records chat messages and voices of anyone participating. You can record a meeting by selecting the meeting button and then selecting the record meeting option. As you can see, there are many ways to create custom content with Adobe Connect. To use Adobe Connect, you must purchase a payment plan. Annual plans retail for $45 per month per host, while monthly plans retail for $55 per month per host. Once you have a host account, you can use it to produce an unlimited amount of content, and there is no charge for students to access it. If your institution already has a Connect license, all you will need is access to the host account. The lack of substantial upfront costs can be very advantageous for many institutions. So why use Adobe Connect? Well, content delivery is an important part of online learning, and it has evolved significantly over time. Having dynamic content delivery tools can help tremendously to create an interactive, rewarding learning environment. When institutions are tasked with moving face-to-face courses to an online environment, they may be inclined to rely on text and readings to convey information. However, there are many resources available that can provide the same quality and quantity of information in a more engaging manner for online students. There are many ways that an instructor could use Connect as a social media platform to improve their courses. You could create a PowerPoint presentation and present it to students live, allowing them to ask questions and engage in discussion. Alternatively, you could flip the classroom by pre-recording presentations for students to watch before discussing them together as a group. You can host guest speakers or live stream conferences. You can share content with other classrooms or even other institutions. While Connect may not be a conventional social media tool, it is a great way to engage students and present information in a more interactive way. Adobe Connect is by no means the only content delivery tool available for instructors. Ustream is another way to host online presentations. You can create screencasts with Screencast-O-Matic or Animoto. You can create image galleries with Picasa or SlideShare. Using these tools can turn an ordinary online course into a true online learning experience. I hope you enjoyed this presentation.
I'm going to show you how a very simple polling, survey, and quiz tool can be used to enhance social atmosphere and encourage learning in your real or virtual classroom. My name is Marie Lippens. Please join me as I walk you through the use of a tool that will take you as little as 3 minutes to set up. I will show you how the tool works, what options you have in using it, and how it can improve the teaching-learning experience. I will explain how social dynamics can engage and motivate students, as well as guide teachers towards a better learning experience for all. I'm here on the home page of a nice suite of polling, survey, and quizzing tools hosted by polldaddy.com. There are many tools available that you can use for polling and surveying your students. Polldaddy was chosen for this demonstration for its accessibility, its flexible design, and its clean look. Here I am logged into my account. All I needed was an email address, and I've managed to make an account in about 3 minutes. Once you log in, you come into your workspace called the dashboard. To create something new, we head to the menu on the left-hand side of the screen. You can choose to create a new survey, poll, quiz, or rating. I have created a survey to show you the layout and the options that are available. Here, under my survey, we choose Design Survey. Notice at the top there is a simple and linear menu to follow. First, you design your questions. Second, you collect responses. And third, you can view the results. Each of these stages has many options that allows you to customize to your needs and preferences. Here in the Settings tab, I create a name for my survey. I can also include a custom message. This is also where I set the parameters of access, like when I will open and close my survey, if I will allow multiple responses from one user, and other important access criteria. In the Question Editor tab, you see a nice set of options for question type that you can build literally in seconds. All you do is choose the type of question that you would like and drag and drop it anywhere into your survey. I have created various questions to show you the different question types. There is the classic multiple choice question here on question 3. You can also ask survey respondents to enter their name, and there's a special question just for that. You can ask for free text answers and have your respondent type as little or as much as they would like. You can get into complicated matrix style questions like this one here in question 5. You can have survey respondents rank a list using a simple drag and drop function. You can also ask for numerical responses. You can ask for a URL, even a file upload. Once you've created all of the customizable questions that you would like, it's time to go to the next tab, Survey Style. There is a large set of predetermined templates to follow, and they all look great. I chose something called Clear View. It's nice and clean and easy to look at. Now, as I scroll down, you can see that I have a preview of our survey. This is very important because you want to see exactly what the survey respondents will see when they open the survey. You can see your questions and make sure that they're laid out correctly. The last tab here in the Design Survey menu is called Edit Language. Again, it's very easy to customize. I can change the default language in any one of these phrases to whatever I want. For example, everywhere it currently says continue, I can tell it to say keep going. This list is extensive and includes every default phrase used. We now move to the Collect Responses tab to see how we can distribute our survey. You can see here that we can send a link directly to our desired destination, a web page, an LMS, a blog, whatever. We can post to social media threads such as Facebook and Twitter. There's even a Facebook app for Poll Daddy. Other options? A website pop-up. This is a great just-in-time query. This tab gives you the code to embed in a website. Here's the info for an iPad or iPhone app. And we've got the old school way of emailing to individuals or groups. Okay, now to get to the results of a survey. Simply click on the tab View Results at a later date. You will see all of the answers to your questions and how many people responded to the survey. You can also have the option of obtaining a detailed report. So we went through surveys in quite a lot of detail. The polls, quizzes, and rating options have a lot of the same format ideas and customizable options. I want to quickly show you a couple of examples while we're here back at the dashboard. Here is a poll that I created. Recall that a poll is one quick question. It's a great sort of on-the-fly query that you can ask your students at any point. Here's my question. Were you able to easily access this poll? Yes or no? I definitely want to know the answer to this question. Again, you see the Design tab, Data Collection tab, and Results tab. I was directed to the results because data has already been collected for this poll. Now, I would like to show you a quiz that I created. Here it is in my dashboard menu. It's called Did You Get It? Lesson Closer Quiz. Let's see what I got here. If you had participants respond to your quiz already, then you are directed to the Results tab and you are going to see all the answers to your questions. I designed this quiz as a follow-up to an electrochemistry lesson. So what I'm looking for is to see if my students grasp the concepts that were presented to them in the lesson. So here you can see the green bars are the correct answers and the pink bars are the incorrect answers. In questions 3 and 4, my students didn't do too poorly. Nobody got question 2 right. And question 1 is definitely causing some confusion. This quick quiz has really helped me out. I know where to focus my teaching efforts for this group. Here we have a simple rating that you can embed on a web page. Students have become familiar with ratings through their social media use. You can easily create a thumbs up, thumbs down type of rating or a 5-star rating. Here is a preview of this rating. It simply shows the average star rating from all votes collected. So as you have more visitors to your site, you get a more accurate idea about the value that the students put on the rated resource. So why do we bother to do polls, surveys, quizzes, or ratings? Literature tells us that student engagement is a real problem in many educational contexts. You can redesign courses and programs to enhance engagement, and you should, but course redesign is not something that can be done overnight. This is one way to take a baby steps approach to increase engagement. It takes advantage of what is within reach right now. How do surveys and quizzes help with engagement? We want students to feel like they are an integral part of the learning environment and not just spectators on the sidelines. By requesting information from students before, during, and after a lesson, we keep the lines of communication open at all times. When we act on the feedback that students give us, we're proving to the student that they matter. You can use surveys, quizzes, and polls throughout the lesson. Here are some examples. Before your lesson, you can determine what the students already know and take it from there. During your lesson, motivate with a little bit of social pressure. Share the results of a poll or survey with the class so each individual sees where they stand with respect to their peers. And after your lesson, test your students' understanding to see if they get what you taught them. You don't want to wait to find out on test day that they missed the point. Here are some ideas that I hope you'll consider to use in your classroom. Use a poll, quiz, or survey to find out your students' goals at the beginning of your course. Find out what they think they know about a particular topic you plan to cover. Quiz students on a topic that you just covered. Ask your students what they like and dislike about a lesson that you just completed, and make sure you share with the whole class. Have students poll their networks about a particular topic. Remember all the options for sharing surveys? If we had a student create an account with just an email address, they could be polling their own networks. Having students share on Twitter and Facebook allow data collection from a student's unique network, which they can share with the class. This works well with large, diverse student populations where results of social investigation can be studied. For example, students can learn about community demographics, sampling, and data management. When students do their homework before class and spend their class session presenting and discussing their findings, we call that flipping the classroom. There are many flipped classroom ideas that are compatible with the polling and survey tools we are exploring. Students can query their communities with this tool. Here are just a few examples. In business, students can ask their network, would you buy this product? In education, how do you learn best? In social studies, where do you obtain information on current events? In history, what events in history impacted your grandparents the most? In math, produce a small math assessment and examine the basic math skills of adults in your community. And in science, ask simple science questions to discover the prevalence of some common misconceptions. There are some important things to keep in mind while you are promoting healthy social motivation using polls, quizzes, and surveys. Always allow students to see everyone's anonymous results. This works in both face-to-face and distance classrooms, even asynchronous environments, as long as you have a group of students learning the same topic within a reasonable time frame, say 1 week. Be sure to make your results anonymous and clearly communicate this to students up front. Singling people out for expressing their opinion will snuff out that motivational spark we're trying to kindle. We also must respect the privacy of our learners. That little bit of extra effort you put into your surveys, polls, and quizzes allows your students to become more engaged and more socially aware. They will thank you. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Don McCaskill, and I am a public school superintendent. In this section, we will look at using blogging as an instructional social media tool that can enhance the social atmosphere in the class. At the end of this section, you will be able to define a blog, identify broad uses of blogs in the classroom, compare various blogging platforms for use inside and outside of the classroom, describe the advantage of using a platform specifically designed for the K-12 classroom, identify the risks of using blogs in the classroom, and describe how to use blogs in the flipped classroom. To start, this blog was created using EduBlogs, which is discussed later in this lesson. Complete transcripts of all the lessons, as well as suggested resources, can be found at mdde610.edublogs.org. So what is a blog in the first place? A blog is really anything you want it to be, but in general, it is a persona website that you update on a regular basis. The term blog is a short form for weblog, and the two words are used interchangeably. Another definition is a collection of posts, informal, sometimes controversial, and sometimes deeply personal, with the freshest information on top. In the classroom, blogs can be used to help students build reading and writing skills, develop critical thinking, and encourage peer review and create a community. A blog can act as a bridge between social media and academic writing. For more information, you can view this following video, which is found on our website. So why use blogs in the classroom? The use of Web 2.0 technologies, such as blogs, appear to have a positive impact on student learning, as evidenced in an empirical study conducted by Hu and Chung in 2012. The researchers go on to point out that the impact of Web 2.0 technologies initially have been seen as weak, but by increasing a better understanding of how to integrate these technologies, the impact will be greater. It is important to note that there is no evidence that blogging alone will increase student learning in reading, writing, and critical thinking abilities. However, Hu and Chung suggest that with some form of scaffolding, such as writing guides and Socratic questioning, student narration and critical thinking abilities can be improved. There are many blogging platforms that can be used to host a blog. Each platform is unique and meets specific needs. Teachers will want a blogging environment that is authentic but safe. Again, there are many platforms to consider, and the teacher should choose one that suits the needs of the instruction. A great site to visit is edublogger.com. This site surveys a number of the current K-12 blogging platforms. Here in front of us is EduBlog's most recent report on the state of blogging in education. What I like about this report is the comparison section. It compares many blogs used for education and discusses the advantages and disadvantages in order for you to make an informed choice. Scrolling down on this page brings us to a whole host of reports from EduBlogs. If we click on the reason for using EduBlogs, it will give us a whole host of information of why we should be using their blog. The following chart shows how educators are currently using blogs in the classroom. As you can see, blogs are commonly used for sharing information with family members, using global collaboration as an authentic audience, helping students keep up to date with assignments, homework and important classroom news, sharing links and resources, practicing reading and writing skills, inspiring students to share learning and resources, and to teach digital citizenship. So a great resource for teachers is EduBlog. This is a platform very similar to WordPress, but geared for educators. Some of the key advantages of using this platform as identified by its users are security. It is password protected. The teacher can set different security levels so that students can publish from only within the classroom to the school and parent or to the whole world. Moderating control. Teachers can moderate all comments before they're posted if they wish. Strong support for the classroom teachers from the community and EduBlog, and they have great tutorials. And they're connected to research and best practices. Teachers can view and download articles directly from within the site. It's an integrated software tool, and a teacher can manage all student blogs from within the dashboard. So now I'll demonstrate how to use EduBlog. EduBlogs is easy to set up and sign into. Go to edublogs.org. On the home page, select Get Your Free Blog Now. And this will take you into a sign-in page where you complete the info and you will have your blogging platform ready to go. Once you sign in, you'll be brought to the dashboard of the platform. If you experience in creating blogs and pages on other platforms, this one is pretty intuitive and you should be able to set up a page in minutes by using the dashboard on the left hand of the screen. However, like most, this is new. The nice thing about EduBlogs is that it's well supported. I recommend clicking on the Learn More About Getting Started at the top right hand corner. This will bring you to the Help site, which lists all the topics where you could possibly need help. The advantage to this platform is that it's built for educators, So the help area does not only tell you how to do something, it provides professional development for teachers to get the best out of their students. By clicking on Teaching Commenting Skills halfway down the page, for example, this will bring you to a page that has a short video PD that helps teachers improve their commenting skills among their students. In addition, if you click on Professional Development on the right hand of the screen, it will bring you to an entirely different support website designed for teachers, including live webinars. So let's go back to the dashboard and create a post. To create a post, click New at the top of the screen. This will bring you to a form page. Enter your title and post your comments. So we will enter Welcome to MDDE 610 blog. And then we go into the paragraph section, and I have reviewed the blog and like it. Once we are done, we go over to the right hand of the screen and we save the draft. And that may take a few seconds depending on your speed and the content. And then before we post it to the world, we can preview it. This will bring us to our blog page. And here we can see our title, Welcome to Blog or MD610 blog, and I have reviewed the blog and like it. If we like the post, we can delete and publish. And it's really as simple as that. Creating a new page is just as straightforward. Creating a blog website using EduBlog is straightforward and safe for the classroom. As with any social media, teachers must take steps to teach students that what they post will be under scrutiny from the public. A post never really goes away. Refrain from posting personal information such as their last name, phone number, email address, or home address. Blogs are a powerful tool. In the flipped classroom, blogs can be used to present information for students to learn on their own. Teachers can create content such as videos and learning objects for students to interact with at their own pace at home. In the classroom, teachers can use valuable contact time with students to deepen their learning through discussion and project work. In English language arts, for example, a teacher can monitor reading comprehension while students read in the class and use blogging at home as a way to respond to the day's activities. Here are a few resources and websites about how to implement flipped learning. Office Mix. It's a video creation and interaction tool. Camtasia. It's a screencasting tool and a video creation tool. Turning Learning on its Head. FlippedLearning.org and the Flipped Learning Network. Thank you for viewing blogging as a social media tool in the classroom. For more information, I encourage you to visit the educator site at edublogs.org or to sign up and play. I also encourage you to visit the teacher blog site at teacherchallenge.edublogs.org for free professional development. Thank you.
Teachers are often looking for educational sources that generate interest and inspiration for further learning in their students. Social media is one such source. My name is Wendy Barkley. I'm a registered nurse, and in this segment I will introduce how YouTube and Vimeo can be used to enhance nursing lectures and capture the interest of students. However, the upcoming demonstration will focus on YouTube only as the most popular video sharing website through providing both amateur and professional video. YouTube and Vimeo are free video sharing websites where videos can be uploaded, viewed, and shared through PowerPoint, learning management systems, or even linked for viewing in other social mediums such as Facebook. YouTube has mobile apps and recently released an app called YouTube for Kids. Now I will demonstrate how to embed a YouTube video into a PowerPoint presentation for nursing students learning how to insert an IV catheter. First, you want to go to YouTube. Then you want to type in the topic of your choice. In this case, how to insert an IV catheter. Scroll down, find an appropriate video, and it's starting to play. That's excellent. So we want to copy the URL for the video. Then move to your PowerPoint presentation. In your PowerPoint presentation, you would like to make sure that your developer tab is available. This is your developer tab here. If it's not available, click on the icon for Microsoft, go to PowerPoint options, and in the task you will see a box to click. Once that's clicked, press OK. Click on your developer tab then and look for the toolbox. That has the little hammer and wrench. And then you're going to go down through the options and select Shockwave Flash Object. Highlight it, click OK. This will give you the option to create a box. There's my box. Right-click on the box and go to Properties. Under the Movie tab, you're going to paste the URL that you got earlier. In this URL, you're going to modify it by removing the watch with the question mark. Delete that. Change your equal sign to a slash. You're going to change the loop to false, and you're going to change playing to false. If loop and playing are not changed, then you won't have the play pause options for the video, and the video will play continuously. Now click on the X to cancel out of that. You can now go and see your slideshow. Click from beginning, recognize and allow it, and there's the video. And you can see it's working. In nursing, we often use see one, do one, teach one to reinforce the learning of practical procedures. This technique has been shown to encourage greater mental involvement in knowledge gaining process. Watching YouTube videos can count as the see one. The student can proceed then with completing one and then create a video to post to teach one. The creation and posting of the video can also be used as a fun group assignment option. The downfall with YouTube videos as a C1 is the lack of immediate feedback and responses for questions. Also, you run the risk of students viewing a video where the nurse may have a poor technique. The benefits of YouTube videos in the classroom are student interest and motivation. Plus, the students have the opportunity to learn from each other using social media. For more information and topics, go to YouTube and search for your topic of interest. Thank you.
Mobile Technology and Game-Based Learning Applications in Distance Education by Hanan Sweden. This presentation will briefly describe the use of mobile technology and game-based learning applications in distance education. It will also discuss the utilities, outline the advantages and disadvantages, and will provide a demonstration on how it can help teachers and professors in distance education. What is meant by mobile technology? Mobile technology is a device with a wireless connectivity and a multifunction system. Some examples of mobile technologies are laptops, iPods, tablets, smartphones, and computers. With the help of mobile technology opening a new channel of communication between people, researchers invented a game-based learning applications as a strategy where teachers and professors can use in a classroom. Advantages of game-based learning applications. As we all know, there are different types of learning styles. The three main types are visual learners, auditory learners, and kinesthetic learners. Most people learn best through a combination of all three types of learning styles, but everybody is different. Combining learning styles to a classroom been a concern to teachers and professors over time, up to and until mobile technologies arrived. In 2001, Prince Guy presented a number of types of learning and related them to possible game styles. Prince Guy did not limit himself to the three main types of learning styles. Instead, he came up with his own learning styles. As you can see here, Prince Guy used many different types of learning styles such as facts, skills, judgment, behavior, theories, reasoning, and so on and so forth. Now this table over here helps you link your game style to the different type of learning style. This focuses on supporting learners to develop and test their own understanding of the world rather than memorizing facts. Prince Guy tested his results in a face-to-face classroom environment, not through distance, so that on the spot he can help and support when possible, in order to solve any technical issues or problems students were facing. After all, Prince Guy does assure this working for both distance education and face-to-face learning environment. Disadvantages of game-based learning applications. Distractions. Dr. Heather Coffey stated that there had been doubts in whether games are actually benefiting the students rather than distracting them from their own studies. That being said, they are unsure of whether the effort put into using games is worth the end results. This table reports a survey of the game-playing behavior of 60 students at Sanders Secondary High School. The data was gathered through an online questionnaire using SurveyMonkey. In total, 48% were male and 52% were female. As you can see here, most students strongly agree, or at least somewhat agree, that learning by playing can be done without anyone's help. That being said, it proves that this is beneficial to distance education, since a lot of the material needs to be learned at one's own responsibility. Now it's time for the demonstration. As you can see here, there are many different game-based learning websites and apps all over the internet. However, this one in particular I prefer most. The nice thing about this website is, 1, it's for free, 2, it can be for teachers, parents, and students, and 3, you don't need to sign up in order to access all the resources that they have. In order to join as a teacher, parent, or student, all you need to do is press on the Join Now button, and it will take you to this page where you will fill in the required information. Once you fill in all the required information, it will ask you here for a state. You can choose anything you want as long as you put 5 zeros for the zip code. Once that is done, you'll see this page. From here, you can look for different activities to support your class. You can start setting up your class, you can start setting up a playlist, or you can work on your account. In order to start, we must set up a class. To set up a class, all you need to do is create a new class. For example, you can put 12th age, you can add any descriptions that you would like, for example, math class, and you create. It will give you a code right here that you will need to pass on to your students in order to join the class. From here on, you can add your own resources, or you can use the resources that they have on the website to add on to your class. For example, we can click on the certified activities and it will take us to a page that looks like this. In order to limit our search, we choose the grade that we would like, we choose the topic that we would like, and what subject that you would like as well, and it will limit any resources that you have. From there on, you can choose if you want videos, you want games, exploration, creating tools, or if you want iPad-based videos or applications only. For example, if we press on the game one, it'll only give you ones with games that you can use in a classroom. In order to add this to your classroom, all you need to do is press on the Add to Playlist. All you need to do now, since it's our first playlist, is name your playlist and press Save. Now with the use of this code, both parents and students can access whatever you add on to your class. The nice thing about this website is you don't even need to be in a classroom or sign up in order to access the resources that they have. For example, if we press on the map, it'll take you to the same page that we had before, where you can choose the grade that you would like, you can choose the topic and subject that you would like, and you will still have access to all the resources that they would have.
Welcome. In this section, we will explore LinkedIn as a social media tool. My name is Roberta Graham, and I'm going to walk you through how LinkedIn can be used to support both educators and students, and in particular, how it may benefit those instructors teaching various business-related subjects. This short video introduces you to the social media site LinkedIn and how it may be used in the context of higher education. Social media involves collaborating, networking, sharing content, and generating knowledge, and these features are of great value in the context of higher education. LinkedIn is a social media platform that focuses on people in a professional capacity. Their mission is simple: to connect the world's professionals to make them more productive and successful. When you join LinkedIn, you get access to people, jobs, news, updates, and insights that may help you be great at what you do. As per their website, this social networking site has 300 million members in over 200 countries and territories around the globe. LinkedIn has many educational applications and benefits, especially for those educators teaching various business-related subjects. Many college programs today have learning outcomes comprised of both course-specific outcomes and essential employability outcomes. Programs and courses of this nature are designed to help prepare students for the working world by demonstrating such skills as communication, written skills, and problem solving. LinkedIn, as an educational tool, can further assist in teaching students essential employability outcomes. LinkedIn has resources dedicated to higher education. These resources serve both the students and the institution. As per their higher education homepage, LinkedIn is there to support all you do, from preparing students for careers and engaging alumni to marketing and admissions outreach. LinkedIn student resources include those that deal with how to help a student build a great profile, using LinkedIn for a job or internship, how to network on LinkedIn, effectively communicate on LinkedIn, helping a student build their personal brand, finding their career passion, to even researching and prepping for interviews. When a student builds their profile, they are able to showcase their experience and professional interests on LinkedIn. It's like creating a living and breathing resume, where they can display their education skills, develop a professional summary, show how they're connected, collect and display recommendations, and share their work. LinkedIn for higher educational professionals includes resources and tips for academic institutions and educators. These resources include how universities and colleges can build their pages and brand, alumni tools, tips for career services, how educators can help conduct LinkedIn profile reviews with students, and university pages. Instructors can also use LinkedIn as an in-class or an online resource. Connecting to groups, such as the Human Resources Professional Association, exposes students to current and hot topics in the profession. They can join group discussions to read or view commentary from leading experts in the field. Many professional associations also include a job postings page, where students are exposed to new jobs and how to make connections and apply. As with all social media, caution should be exercised when using tools like LinkedIn, and this caution should be clearly articulated to students. A recent study by Robert Half, focused on financial leaders, found that approximately 80% of leaders questioned the accuracy of LinkedIn profiles. This lack of trust was attributed to the ability for job seekers to exaggerate their skills and experience, the lack of systems and procedures put in place by LinkedIn to qualify information found on their site, and finally, the anonymity of social media. That being said, the report concluded that LinkedIn was still an excellent tool for networking, and it does help to increase an individual's visibility to potential employers. Both valuable benefits to students.
In conclusion, there are multiple tools that can be used in the classroom. To view a blog summarizing our findings, please visit the website www.mdde610.edublogs.org.